big, audacious goals. I wish big, audacious goals for you. Go after your goals, and on your way to your goals, you're going to encounter your problems and your failures, right? That's going to happen. Otherwise, you just go straight to your goals. No, that's the learning process. You encounter your failures. Failures is part of the learning process. From the failures, what I found was great is I started to think of failures as lessons. I started to think of them as puzzles rather than develop emotional reactions to those failures. I started to think pain plus quality reflection would give me progress. So I started to think of almost the failures like puzzles, that if I could study the puzzles was, what would I do differently in the future that wouldn't produce that problem again when it happened? So, and then I would reflect, well, what was that would be my principles. What would I do differently in the future? If I solved that puzzle, I would get a gem. And the gem was principle, a principle to handle it better in the future, because failure is a learning process. It's an essential part of the learning process. If you can realize that and you write down those principles, write them down, it's been fantastic. So I learned those principles, and then it would help me improve, and then I would go on to more audacious goals. And I look at evolution, personal evolution, almost every evolution of a company, evolution of everything, as being this constant looping process that I sort of think of as this 5-step process, right? In other words, to be successful, you have to do 5 things. First, you have to know what your goals are and go after those goals. Be clear on your goals. And you will encounter problems on the way to those goals. Those will be your barriers, okay? They're your tests now. Don't just emotionally complain. Think about them as your problems. You have to diagnose those problems to the root cause, to get at the root cause. And that root cause might be yourself, what you're doing wrong, or what somebody else is doing wrong. So you can't depersonalize it. You have to really look at it so that you make those changes. And when you get at that root cause, only by knowing that root cause can then you design a way to get around that root cause. Like if you're not good at something yourself, it's okay if you find somebody else who's good at the things that you're not good at, because nobody can be good at everything, right? So, but you have to do that. You just can't keep banging yourself in the wall. So you have to design something that's practical to get around with it, and then you have to follow through and do it. A lot of people come up with designs, but you have to do the thing that's necessary. And by trying that thing that's necessary, again, you will find out, are you getting to your goals, or you encounter your next set of problems, and so on. And that, I believe, is the first personal evolutionary process that has helped me.
Of the 5 steps, what do people have the most trouble with?
It's very interesting. It really depends on how their brains work. Mm-hmm. Like there are some real big picture thinkers who have no problems with goals. They know where they want to go, but they have problems pushing through to results. So there are some people, in terms of diagnosing things to the root cause, it's a challenge. Everybody has a problem at one of those steps. And we see that by observing themselves as to which step they have a problem with, they begin to understand how their brain works. It's not a problem, though, if they work collectively, because whatever step they're having a problem with, another person, if they help them with that, can really help them be effective at that step. And that's really the key to success in life. The key to success in life really is largely knowing what you're not good at and who can help you be good at those things so that you can lean on each other and be effective.